Welcome back to Switcher South Africa. I'm Nicky Nash as always, and today you guys join me in the Volkswagen Golf 8 GTI. And you know what? It's one of my favorites. Let me do something quickly. One of my favorite Golfs, one of my favorite vehicles. So you know how we do it this side. I'm gonna tell you every single thing you need to know about the vehicle in my thoughts. I'm gonna tell you about the exterior look of the vehicle, interior look of the vehicle, and the drive of the vehicle, most importantly. So just to get it out there, this is actually my first time I'm getting an opportunity to drive the Golf 8 GTI. So I don't consider this as a full review. It's more of like my first driving impressions of the vehicle, but I'm gonna try my level best to tell you every single thing you need to know about the car. So moving on to the exterior of the vehicle. Honestly, I like the look of the vehicle. It's a very lovely, good looking vehicle, and I'm actually gonna launch it out of here. There we go. Launch. It's quick. So moving on, let me speak about the exterior look of the vehicle before I get into all of that niceties and the drama of the vehicle. So firstly, on the exterior look of the vehicle, I like the look of the vehicle, more especially in front. I just like it in front. You get that nice light bar that you get across almost every VW model you get now. And then you greeted with those lovely IQ lights, and those lights do the most. And the one that I'm driving is this red. It's called King's Red. Oh, it's just beautiful. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the wheel choice that I like, but I'm not too mad at those wheels because it's blacked out. And it's not that entry level wheel, but I like it. It's not too bad. You can get away with it. There's the look of the vehicle. At the back, VW didn't do too much in terms of making it stand out or be wow. They went with a very simple finish at the back. I do like the tail lights. So these tail lights, they are the adaptive indicator. So when you turn, they bear with you, like they draw a line. No, that's one thing I like about the indicators, and that's an optional extra. And I'm gonna tell you about what I can see that I think is an optional extra. Well, not a thing that I know is an optional extra. So that indicator, that draw with me, that bear with me, that's an extra on this vehicle in terms of exterior. The other exteriors, that the wheels that I like, the bigger wheels, much better looking wheels than these ones, in my opinion. That's also an extra. What else on the outside? Oh, the sunroof is an extra. This has a sunroof at least. A Golf GTI without a sunroof is not a Golf GTI. It's just a police car, in my opinion. But I've told you about the exterior look of the vehicle. Jumping into the interior look of the vehicle. Honestly, I like the interior look of the vehicle. I'm not too mad at it. You can get away with so much in terms of the interior look of the vehicle. It's good. The only thing that I don't like is the touch haptic feedbacks on the steering wheel. I don't like them because you can press buttons that you don't want to press, and when you're hooning around being a boy racer, the heated seat button, you will definitely press it, and honestly I don't like it. I've experienced it on other VW models, and it's something that I'm not a fan of. I don't like it. That's with regards to the steering wheel. The digital instrument cluster is fine, it's customizable, you get all these nice features. Now moving on to the infotainment system, you get a touchscreen infotainment system. So this is the standard one. It's not the one that's found in the top of the overall. You can get an optional extra where it's full touchscreen and bigger. When I say full touchscreen, I mean that the volume button here is the volume knob. You get a volume knob here. And the other one, there's no volume knob. It's touch. You get these lovely seats. They're hugging. So when you do things like what I'm doing now, and that's 120. Yeah, but the seats are good. They look good as well, and I like them. They're hugging enough for someone like me. They look good as well. As regards to the interior, moving on to the gear selector here, you don't get the VW's moved away from the gear selector that was found in the Mark 7 GTI and the Mark 7.5 GTI. In terms of the gear selector, you get this Porsche style knob. And you know Porsche is under VW, so it's good to borrow from other kids. I like it for one reason though, because the previous gear knob allowed the owners of vehicles to put the car in manual mode and upshift, downshift, which ended up messing the gearbox. With this one, you cannot do that stuff, and that's good for the vehicle. As regards to the interior of the vehicle, the drive of the vehicle, so I'm currently in sport mode, and it's decent enough. So I've been driving the Polo GTI the whole weekend, and when you get into this, I thought the Polo GTI will feel more playful and more powerful, although it has less power because of the size of it. But this is actually the one that's actually much more enjoyable. The Polo GTI was kind of underwhelming, but I'll do a full review of that. in a bit. For now, I'm in this one, and this one gives you what you want. You put your foot down, you go. And there's something that I found I was lacking in the Polo GTI, is that it wasn't giving me the excitement that I thought I'd get, although it is quite exciting. But this one, you put your foot down, the car keeps going. It gives you what you want. The power is not lacking. And being 180 kilowatts, there's not a point where I'll be like, I wish it had 200 kilowatts. I feel like this is enough for what the car is for daily use. And when you're gonna play around, you can play around. It's something that I like about the car. It's enough power, it's enough torque. The exhaust could be louder, but it actually is loud enough. So I'm not too sure. Let me just drop the rear window. I'm not sure if you guys will hear it, but it's worth a try. So the exhaust note is decent. I like the vehicle, man, honestly. And what I like with it is that it's quite comfortable. Even when you put into sport, it's not a hard ride. You don't feel like you're in something very racy. You feel like you're in something that you can daily and at the same time can be playful with. And it's something that VW gets so right. And I feel like that's why there's no competitor for this specific one. Although there's cars that have more power than this. Honestly, VW gets the best of both worlds. Like what I'm doing now, I'm cruising. But if I gear 5, drop a gear, find a bend or the twisted roads I'm in, you put it in the right gear, gear 3, get a curve, hug that curve, turn in, hug that curve, hug it, flat out of the curve. It gives you that. The car keeps going, and it keeps going. And it's something with regards to the drive of the vehicle that only VW gets so right. And I like that so much. So that's my first impressions of this car. Hopefully I will get an opportunity to do like a proper full review of you guys. So I give you the things that I don't like and all of those things. But for now, I've done a quick video of the vehicle. Quickly, those cars priced at 793,000 Rand. And if you finance that over a period of 5 years, which is 60 months, your monthly repayments, you're looking at paying 17,700 Rand. A lot of money. That's before options. That's before you put in the wheels you want, the sunroof you want. That's a lot of money. But I'm not going to speak too much about that. I'm going to leave that for my full review of this vehicle. Hopefully, when I do get an opportunity to do the full review, I'll definitely tell you everything I like. This car has flaws. It has its flaws. And I'll tell you what the flaws are. But for now, I think it's best that we focus on this vehicle that we're actually doing now, and we don't dwell too much on everything else. So I'll show you every single thing you need to know about the car. I've wrapped up the first driving impressions of the vehicle. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family members. Subscribe to my traveling reel. I don't get traveling YouTube channel. I don't get why you guys aren't subscribing. Don't you guys want to see the stuff I'm doing? Aren't you wondering why there's a Polo GTI here and a Caravella there? Aren't you wondering? Subscribe to the traveling channel. You'll understand why these cars are there and why I'm currently stationary right now and not driving. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I don't know what it is, but once that comes out, it comes out. If it doesn't come out, it doesn't come out. But yeah, I like the content. I hope you guys like the content. I'll see you on the next one.